Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. As you guys know, we're here in Indiana, and today we're at one of my favorite diesel pushers, Coachmen Sportscoach. And this is Joe Mullens.
Howdy.
You guys hear me talk about him a lot of times whenever we do the Sports Coach videos.
All good.
So, fist bump, thanks for having us here.
Yes, sir.
Why don't you, we're just gonna do a factory tour. Now, this isn't just Coachmen Sportscoach. What do they build here?
In this plant, we do build the Pursuit, we build the Murata, we build the Encore Gas, and all the sports coaches are built right here.
Nice. So, yeah, let's just get started.
Let's go.
Here we go now. Nope, keep it rolling.
Okay. Now I'm gonna get some safety glasses. This is where it all begins for me, man.
Is this the office?
This is the office.
This is where dreams come true, folks.
Dreams come true.
All right,
I
here.
just emptied my trash, so I'm gonna get that one. I'm gonna get this one.
Is that your territory?
This is my territory, the East region, the best region.
We should have a gold star on Ocala.
You got the
What
purple.
is this?
You get the purple.
How many sports coaches do I need to sell to get one of those?
You know, those are legendary.
Yeah, I actually think I had one of those.
I can come up with some of these for you.
Yeah, nice.
My shrine to Freightliner right now.
Nice.
All right,
Whose is this?
I'll grab a different one.
Oh, okay. Gotta wear face mask. Thanks. He has
yeah.
one. Will has one. Because when Jen watches this video, Will hasn't taken it off the whole time. So, how many are you making a day here?
Right now, we are building about 6 or 7 a day. We're shooting to get towards 7. A lot of that is being dictated by getting Ford chassis. That's slowing us down a little bit.
Yeah.
Basically what we have, you see outside, we have all the chassis sitting outside in the middle of our complex. We'll have the Ford chassis, Freightliner chassis come in. Chassis prep will weld all the substructure on over there. We do have a building that supplies all the lamination. That's where you're going to get the Asdale, Sidewalls, the Noble Select. So they'll feed this plant. Once they get over here, key thing I tell customers all the time is building an RV is just like building a house. You got to start with that good solid foundation. We have that with our truss system here. But the key is to make sure you're building these level and square. So one of the first processes we have, always got to make sure that firewall is level and square with the chassis. Once we get up to the sidewall setting area, you'll see why that's so important.
Yeah. Well, when you talk, you can take it off when you talk.
What we have here, this is actually a raised rail diesel pusher here. I think this one's going to be the 402. Raised rail chassis, so you're going to have all this storage underneath. What's nice about ours, get a picture of it on the bottom side. We do have galvanized metal on the bottom of our floors. What's nice about that is when you take holes up through the floor, if you have that dark oak plastic, that leaves opportunity to mice to get in. So with the expansion foam we put around it, it's pretty much rodent proof. The floor itself is a steel floor. We do have a layer of neoprene gasket that runs across the chassis rail. Like in my videos that I do online, I talk about that's going to reduce any harmonic vibration that can be built into the coach. Does a great job there. We do use 2 layers of 1/4 inch Luan for decking. It's actually, you can see the seams underneath. We stagger the seams so you're not getting any squeaks in the floor. It's a urethane based adhesive. With our floors or walls or ceilings, everything is pinch rolled and vacuum bonded. So like as Greg Serpilla would say, our process, it's like the guy that wears suspenders and a belt. Pinch roll, put the belt on, suspenders, those pants aren't going anywhere. So that's how we like to talk about our sidewalls or floors. You know, you can pound on our sidewalls just like anything out there. We'll move on up here. Right now we're in the run of a bunch of diesel pushers with the shows coming up. And obviously the demand for them because of the price points we hit, nobody else hit. very strong year for us. Here's our tile floor again in a raised rail diesel pusher. You saw the raised rail back there. This is a straight rail here where you have the side compartments that go up and over the chassis rail. You have about, I think it's about 14 inches of clearance above the rail. So that's a little bit of difference chassis wise. Heavier chassis means we can do more things to it. We do use tile floor, ceramic tile floor versus a rolled good linoleum on our straight rail. What I like about this, you can zoom here, this is actually a plastic tray that these tiles are glued to. Our process is we'll lay out the plastic trays, the entire coach, then we'll glue around the perimeter, and then we'll glue the tile into the tray. So basically we have a free floating floor, does a nice job of absorbing twisting and flexing, minimize tile cracking. So that's a great little asset we have with our product as well. Everything has a 20-gallon LP tank for our diesels. This is the line that we do run the Pursuit, Murata, Encore on. By being able to run all the same units or same products down this line, or the different brands, when it comes to purchasing parts, it keeps our costs down because we're buying more from our supplier. That's how we're controlling the cost of our price point coaches.
Right.
So
that's how they're able to sell a diesel motorhome at some of the gas motorhome prices with the Sports Coach straight rail chassis.
The other side of that is you can keep your costs down as well if you control your warranty costs, and I'll talk about that when we get down to the other end because there's a nice little area I can demonstrate that for you.
Cool.
Another thing that's a good byproduct of building the same thing on the same production line, the same quality component structural that you're getting on a $250,000 motorhome, you're getting it in our entry-level gas motorhome. So the floors built the same way, the walls are built the same way, the roof structure is built the same way.
That's important. Don't look backwards, Will. You're going to kill yourself here.
I'm good.
When I talk about building a RV, it's just like building a house. We do two things backwards. When you're building a house, one of the last things you're going to do is put in the cabinetry and the flooring. Here we put in our cabinetry, start running the plumbing so everything's accessible for ease of production, but also on the service end, again, just working the cost back into the product. If you do have to have service work done, which you will, it's realistic. If you can reach everything, it's a lot quicker repair, so we're not paying out hours and hours and hours of service time. So we're keeping our warranty dollars down that way as well. We'll move on up to the front here. Off to the right is our cabinet base. We build everything in-house for cabinet base, dinette booths. Look at a couple of different wood colors we have here. The only wood products we buy in would be the wood drawers, door fronts. Those are solid hardwood. But these all start getting installed over here. Obviously, another gas motorhome looks like a Pursuit here. To me, this is almost comical. I remember years ago growing up building these things, working as a service technician, all the wiring was the same color. Even on like a 12-volt system, you had white wires for hot, white wires for ground. It's really hard to figure out what was what. Now you can see each circuit has a different color 110 wiring. So again, when you're diagnosing problems, easier to get to. You know what you're working on right away. We do use the PEX plumbing in here.
Yeah. Yep. I don't think you're gonna be able to see it, but
What they're doing now, they're obviously setting a sidewall, but when I talked about that firewall being level and square with the chassis, one of our first processes, they jack that coach up to make sure it's level and square before they attach the sidewalls to it. And once the walls are all attached, they'll actually put aluminum jig fixture up in the front windshield area to get it up into the scaffolding area until we set our roof on it as well. So we can walk on up here. Obviously just getting the first wall set. It's so easy, Tommy can do it all by himself.
Good job, Tommy.
All set. looks like it's going to be a 365 RB bath and a half.
Nice.
Straight rail. Again with the sidewalls. This is Noble Select gel coat sidewalls. Same thing, a couple of our main competitors use. Tiffin uses it, Winnebago uses it. Big differences, we do vacuum bond it, pinch roll it. Has the Asdel backer. It has the thickest gel coat out there. Of any of those suppliers, we use the 2.7 mil thickness. So that's a nice benefit to it. Again, all jacked up, make sure it's level and square. Nobody wants to build a coach that has that natural lean built into it.
Right. Look at them up there.
Let's go take a walk up the steps here. Go up a couple areas.
Here we go now.
Down below here, we brought the roofs over from lamination. So glue the vinyl padded ceiling in over here, get all the wiring pre-run. Once that's done, they'll lift it up on the hoist, bring it up, set it on the table. See the back, or the one-piece fiberglass roof there. We do have TPO because the Pursuit still uses the TPO roof material. After it's all assembled, bring it on over. Typically, we'd have the air conditioners set on here. Right now, it's the biggest industry shortage because of the COVID thing. But we're making do. We did go with, just recently, we changed to have the 100-watt solar panel come in standard on the sports coach.
Nice.
Murata and Encore, I believe.
Nice.
Pursuit, looks like it because I can see one over here in our final finish bay.
Well, there it is.
These bays right over here, that is our final finish bay. Once where the process is, we'll go around the production line and out.
Look at this. Oh. Yeah.
Just in time.
Oh.
Be careful, Will.
Don't jump. Will, don't jump. It's not worth it.
That's cool. That's a Matt's RV Reviews exclusive.
What's nice about this, I love showing this part off. This windshield is urethane bonded into the front cap. To me, using these suction cups to lift up that front cap and set it on the coach demonstrates to me the strength that is built into that. It has become one with the cap. So that's a pretty cool little thing to point out too. Once you get up this area, now we start building the slide, or the side, what are they called? Slide rooms.
Yes.
Bump out, pop out.
Whatever you want to call
Whatever
it.
you want to call them. Build those over here, then they'll use the carts and the hoist, and they'll pick them up and set them right into the opening. One of the things with the openings here, you know, obviously it's a big hole, room moving in and out. What if water gets by my seal? Easy. We have these little ABS plastic troughs down here in the lower corners that would divert the water right back outside. All sports coaches have outside TVs. I think pretty much everything we do build. Sports coach, we use Jensen TVs throughout. Only TV designed for the mobile market. What's nice about that is you'll get 3 different remotes, but you can use it for any of the TVs. The soft goods are all stored over here, furniture, TVs. Again, when you build a house, once you get the house framed, it seems like it takes forever to get anything else done. It's taken forever to get my house done. Same thing happens here. This is where you're gonna start putting in all this hard goods, soft goods, just the little details are being worked out this time. You want to pop in one and just give them a real live look at how a coach looks going down the production line. To me, it's amazing how they look this way, and then once they come out, and boom, all of a sudden it's gorgeous.
Hello.
Just going.
Say hi, Diane.
Hello.
This is at Encore where the bed flips up with the benches and the shoe racks back there.
Yep. You guys should do that in Sports Coach.
Well, it's a little difficult because we have the bed that slides out. They haven't figured out how to do that for me yet. Not that I haven't asked. Basically what they do here now, missing a few windows. Again, we've just been hit with a lot of shortages, so we're doing the best we can. Units will go out the end of the building here, circle back around and come back in this way. The bay over here is where that's one of the last bays it comes into to get the awnings on. But a nice little thing over here, one of the things, being in it so long, I've worked on the production line, I've worked as a service technician, I've worked in quality. The one thing I've always learned and I've been taught is you cannot inspect quality in at the end of the production line. This little area here, we do put every coach up on the hoist. We got to finish off the undercoat over here. We've done it from the top over at chassis prep. But while they have it up in the air, they'll actually have their hammers and they'll break off every screw tip that they see sticking through the bottom of the floor. So think about it. Water hoses being dragged underneath, extension cords. We just want to make sure we're giving that best, safest environment for the customer. So we do little things like that. To me, that's building in quality, not inspecting it in. Does that make sense?
That's strong.
And then as we go down, we do have the rain bay. Well, I think it's an equivalent to about 7 inches of rain in about 10 minutes.
Oh.
That they'll shoot on the coaches.
Sounds like Florida's weather.
Exactly, at 3 o'clock every day.
Yep.
But what we'll also do on the diesels, you might have to go find this over in our final finish bay, but we actually use this Seal Tech 2000 machine. Are you familiar with that?
No.
What they'll do in the entry door area, they'll put a wood template in the door, they'll shut the entire coach up.
Oh yeah, and it forces air in?
Put a big fan on it, pressurize the inside of the coach, spray it down with a garden sprayer that has a soapy solution in it. Air bubble, potential leak point, seal it here.
Yep.
Again, try to minimize those warranty costs out in the field. That way we can keep our costs down. So we do pay close attention to that. All right,
Cool.
come on out here. Finishing off the inside of the diesel. Again, just a good look. Another little thing, just take precautions. Try to keep the refrigerator stainless steel covered. Try to keep the floor covered the best we can. Lori's back here working her tail end off, making the best quality coach ever by Coachmen RV.
Oh yeah.
So, but yeah, that's a good look at just seeing what all goes into a coach. And a lot of times people want to see, the inner workings of it. Customer I'm working with right now can't be here while the coach is obviously being built. So what I do, I take pictures along the way during the process so he feels like he's involved. I've done that quite a few times, especially for Jim.
Yep.
So, going out.
Okay. Oh, okay.
We did go the CarPlay.
Oh, are you doing the Apple CarPlay?
Yeah, and on the Sports Coach, when you turn the radio on, the Sports Coach logo is going to come up on that 10-inch screen, so that's pretty cool too.
Yep.
These units back here, after they're done, or obviously with shortages, we'll park everything here. Typically, as soon as it's parked, transport company will pick it up and it'll go on its way. These bays over here, that's where the final finish takes place. I think we're lucky that we have the same crew that's been overseeing the release of units for years, so they really know what to look for. They do a good job. And another thing that we do as a sales team, there's a few of us based here at the factory, so when the units are completed, they park them out in the front row. One of us will go out and take one last look at to make sure we didn't miss anything. You know, during the production process, it's so easy to get caught up in seeing the same thing. You miss something. It's like seeing the forest through the trees, seeing the trees through the forest, whatever.
Yep.
Same thing. What we want to do is make sure, you know, it's presentable. We want our coaches to be frontline ready when they get to the dealership, so it doesn't spend a lot of time in getting a PDI at the service center. And that's pretty much it.
Cool. Well, thanks so much for having us at the factory, Joe. If you guys have any questions about this RV, if you have any questions,
I'm just excited I'm on one of your videos.
Nice.
Yeah. And not calling you in the middle of it.
Yes. If you guys have any questions about Coachmen, Pursuit, Sports Coach Murata, feel free to call the factory or give me a call, 301-906-0962, or mattsrvreviews@gmail.com, or check out my website, Matt's RV Reviews, where you can get your official Matt's RV Review sticker. Ding. Also, there's a contact me page down below. I do want to thank Joe Mullens for having us here at the factory, and I want to thank Will for coming to Indiana, because Andrea wouldn't come with me.
You're welcome.
So,
Andrea, what's up with that?
she didn't want to come to the factory. But we're having a good old time doing factory tours and everything. Also, if you guys could, do me a huge favor. Leave down in the comments below. Let us know if you like these factory tours, or let us know if you don't like them. The more people who comment and hit that thumbs up button, the more YouTube likes to promote our videos. And if I hear that you guys like to see this stuff, we'll keep doing it. And if you don't like it, we'll never do it again. So we need your feedback. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you. Oh wait, Joe. We're starting 3, 2, 1. Woo! Nice. Cool.
Good.